Guys, we're going to start off with the driver. It is the PXG Black Ops 0311 driver. It's a 12-degree head that has been lofted up to 13.5 degrees to help launch that ball a little bit higher for a nice penetrating ball flight to help maximise the distance. I have got a Project X Cypher 50 6.0 shaft. It's a stiff shaft. This shaft helps to launch that ball just that little bit higher again with a lot of spin to maximise distance again and produce a nice penetrating ball flight. And I have the Golf Pride MCC Plus 4 grip. It is wider at the base, which helps to prevent my right hand becoming too dominant throughout the swing. And what that does is it prevents my right hand getting too involved pushing the club face closed, and that helps to keep the ball a little bit straighter away from the left hand side of the course. Guys, this is the PXG driver head cover. It's got a magnetic clip to attach it to the bag when the driver is in use. It's a real premium leather with a furry inside. Guys, next club in the bag is the PXG Black Ops 5 wood. It's an 18-degree head, which I've kept the loft as standard, as I feel it already launches high enough without having to add the extra loft that the adjustable hosel offers. Again, similar to the driver, I've got the stiff Project X Cypher 50 6.0 shaft, as you can see. It's the super spinning, high launching shaft. I feel like I need the help to get the ball in the air for a nice optimal ball flight to maximise the distance. Again, I've got the same MCC Plus 4 Golf Pride grip that we saw on the driver. I love the way this grip feels with the nice wide base. Next up are the irons. I've chosen the Mizuno Pro 245 irons. I just think they look fantastic. Guys, do you think these are the best looking irons ever made? Let me know in the comments. I love the way they feel coming off the club. They produce a nice ball flight. I feel like they really help my game. They're not considered a game improvement iron, but they do offer a lot of forgiveness, which I really do enjoy and make the use out of, as you will see. I've got the NS Pro 950 GH shaft. It's a stiff shaft. This shaft also helps to deliver a nice high penetrating ball flight to help get that ball up in the air. I've got the Golf Pride CP2 wrap. It is just a fantastic grip. It feels so tacky in the dry and in the wet. I love the way this grip feels. Next up is the Cleveland RTX Zipcore 50-degree wedge. I don't use this for a lot of shots around the green, and it's got the dynamic gold spinner wedge tour issue shaft. It's got the Golf Pride CP2 wrap grip that I use on my irons. Again, I think this is the best feeling grip in the world. Let me know in the comments what you use. Guys, next up is the Cobra Snakebite 54-degree sand wedge. It's got 10 degrees of bounce, which I really use to open the face when I need to get it out of a thick, juicy, rough lie or out of bunker shots. It's well used. You can see the sole has got a few cuts on it. This is probably the club that will be next departing the bag for a new replacement. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think I should get. It's got the KBS high rev stiff shaft with the standard lambkin crossline grip. I feel like as it's a club that I use around the green, maybe the grip's not as important. That might be a bit controversial. Next up, guys, is the Cobra Snakebite 58-degree wedge. This has only got 8 degrees of bounce. Lob wedges tend to have less bounce to help get underneath the ball rather than blazing it through the green, which as a mid-handicapper I must say I've done my fair share of, and I'm sure you guys have as well. This is the club that I typically use when flopping it over a bunker, or there's a bit of a mound that I need to get the ball up and over and hopefully getting the ball stopping quite quick. You'll see it's got the full face grooves, which I am a massive fan of. It just means that if the ball comes slightly off the toe, you still get the same predictable spin that you would if it was off the centre of the club face, which not every club has. It's got the same KBS high rev stiff shaft with the lambkin crossline grip that my sand wedge has. Last but not least, guys, I've got the Ping Derby putter. I'm going to be honest with you, this club was given to me from a friend. I think a putter is something that you can almost get away with not having a custom fitted club. It's got a half moon design and I really like this alignment. It's only got one single line across the top here, which I really am a massive fan of. I have changed the grip on my putter as I feel like this is possibly the most important club to have the right grip on. I've got the lambkin pistol sink fit grip. I really like the colourway of this, the grey and the blue. It feels really tacky in the hands despite being a few months old. Guys, I want to talk to you about the tees that I use. I use white 70mm tees, and as you can see, I've drawn a blue line at the halfway point of this tee. I do it on all of my tees that I use. It's just so I know how high I'm teeing the ball. With a driver, I feel like it's important to get the same height every time, as how can you expect a consistent result if you're teeing the ball at a different height every time? I prefer these to the Castle tees, as I feel like when I'm driving it into wind, I can tee it down a little bit more so I can keep the ball nice and low under the wind. And if I want to hit the ball higher with maybe a tailwind, if we ever get them, I can do so just as easily, and I'm not restricted by the Castle. This is the ball that I'm using this year. It is the Kirkland Signature V3 golf ball. On every ball that I play with, I draw these triple track type markings on my golf ball so I know exactly where the golf ball is pointing to hopefully get the best outcome from each and every single putt that I hit. These balls are from Costco. They cost £27 for a box of 24 golf balls. Guys, that's half the price of a Pro V1 and it's double the amount of balls in the box. Doesn't mean half the performance. It's still a 3-piece urethane ball which still produces a high amount of spin to get that control around the greens that you really want and need. As a mid handicapper, I think that I bounce the ball off too many cart paths or slice it into the trees that it is not really cost effective for me to use a Pro V1. If I was playing open comps, then I would probably use a Pro V1 rather than this ball. Although every time you play with the same ball, you know exactly how it's going to respond in the different situations. And I think that's such an important part of golf that you'll never find consistency if you're playing with different equipment, different balls every time. Guys, it's a new channel, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got some exciting content coming, so please subscribe and like this video. It really helps get the videos out to more people.